Hello, hello, everyone. Thanks for coming on in. I have a new chair to sit in and relax in, and I'm pretty excited for it. So, thank you guys for being here. Welcome back. It is Monday. Lots of stuff going on, that's for sure. Hey, Feisty. There we go. Get this done. We got a whole new week going for us, you know? There we go. Alrighty. That seems fair to me, BMC. Oh, I gotta get that stuff started too. Boom. Close. Hi, Lainey. How we doing? Thank you to everyone that came in early. Happy to have y'all here. And I think I need a... Hold on, guys. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, let's see. Okay, that is working. Okay, perfect. So that can go down. Hi, Marina. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I'm literally messing with everything and trying to get all this set up, figured out. That's definitely not what I wanted this to do. So annoying. Okay. I don't know what is up with the mic. Is something wrong with the mic? Sound is really bad? How do you mean? Just saying it sounds bad doesn't help me. A lot of feedback? La. Okay. How do we sound now? Okay, back to normal. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure of. Yeah, actually, it probably is, Tony. If we're being honest, it probably is. Probably is. There we go. Yeah. You're not wrong. I guarantee you're not. It probably was exactly that. All right, cool. But we're fixed now. I don't even know. Hey, Queen. There we go. Oh, I have to get, I gotta remember to do something. Nah, that wasn't it at all. Okay. Hello? Oh, okay. Got it. All right. I want to get something downloaded. No, don't be doing that. Something that should be a good haha moment, to be honest. Donde está? My eyes are going by it. My eyes are going by it. There he is. We're gonna download that. Wait, did I not do that? There we go. We all need a haha moment, or is it a aha moment? Just as long as it's not a maha moment. I think everyone can agree with that. Just no maha. You know what I mean? I'm good without that entirely. They have to keep walking back everything that freaking RFK is doing. The mothers, like the moms, the Maha moms who voted him in are now upset. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, that pesticide that's been causing cancer that I actually sued the company for when I was an attorney. Yeah, actually, I'm okay with that pesticide now. Now it can just be used. So now they're mad at him. Like, okay. It's so dumb. I realize I put on the headphones early, but it is what it is. Yeah, he's pro pesticide now. He can't make up his mind, like which ones he likes, which ones he doesn't like. And hey, again, like I said, it's the pesticide that he sued, won a bunch of money for, and then is like, I'm kidding, it's fine. Actually, you can keep using it again. They probably slipped him something. Oh, Sut, my gas went up 50 cents. Oh yeah, I know that one, crazy cat dad. That's funny. And thanks, Jay. I thought we had fixed it, so that's good. It's so weird. I mean, beyond unqualified Patrick. There's like no question on that one. Oh, thank you for the bear, JP. Did I read that right? JP, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. It's always so weird going on studio sometimes. Whoop. Are you ready for MAGA jokes? I'm always ready for MAGA jokes. They're jokes like no other. None at all. It is because RFK don't believe that chemicals give us cancer or any other disorders over time, with science showing it in a million studies. Well, but see, then Black Dragon, it's like, why did he even sue them? And Lawless Lou, thank you for being on a 5-stream streak. Yeah, I think I fixed the sound, everybody. MAGA jokes is redundant. You're not wrong, Z-Spark. You're not wrong at all. Oh, I almost forgot. I was literally in the middle of doing that, and then I forgot. Let's add this up here. Let's add it over here. Doo-da. Sorry it came up so big. Shouldn't be that big. I'm sure you guys can already guess what I'm doing here. I'm gonna have this ready. It's not gonna be up here this whole time, but we're gonna have this ready. There we go. For those that saw it, we're gonna have that ready to go. We're gonna have it all ready to go. Yeah, exactly. And yes, W Crow. It'll get seen on the other one soon. Crude numbers. There we go. Hi, everybody. Now I gotta get it on the other one. Can I add that? Like, why is that not an option? Whoa, that came up super big on this one. Sorry, guys, I'm adjusting. There we go. I guarantee everybody that sees this knows what this is about. So we're just gonna If you know, you know. And boom. All right, my camera is not correcting its focus. There we go. Do all of that stuff, Alex. We'll pin this for a moment. Oh, goodness. Why is this moving everything? Hi, everybody. Guys, if you are new here and you haven't already seen me before, be sure to hit that follow or that sub button. Either one works. And we talked to, well, I personally talked to Trump supporters on here, find out why they would still be supporting Donald Trump and why are they such hypocrites? I think that's the bigger question, is why are they such hypocrites? But we'll find out. I know I am, Ramon. I just haven't done it yet. I hope you won't be Lady Heart. That doesn't sound fun. But yeah, see, guys, we got this already. All ready to go. Because you know what's going to happen. Okay. Phone lines are open for anyone that wants to call. It's just going to be fun. Mostly for me, you know? I do get amusement from things like this. So there is that whole thing. Probably. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
I'm Starfire in the chat. I'm an independent. I actually, since you're going to be talking to hypocrites, I want, Christian nationalists going and using Jesus Christ to do all this hateful stuff. I just wanted to say the best thing to use against them is Matthew 25. It's going to be the separation of the goats and the sheep. And in there, it says that, it says, I'm sorry. It says that.
Oh yeah, I know this one. The yeah, I know these verses.
Yeah, and it talks about I was a stranger and you did not let me in, and I was in prison and you did not come to visit me, and I was I was hungry and you did not feed me, and it talks about how Jesus said you will go to hell for that.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, for that. Yeah, so, it's like, and you be damned.
Yeah, because what you did to them, you did to me, and so that's all I wanted to say, because I've come across so many Trump supporters treating him like he's the Messiah and some kind of idol that needs to be worshipped, and somehow twisting Christianity to support their red, white, and blue Christian national racism bullshit. And Jesus is against racism. He's against bullying the poor. He's against ignoring the neighbors. Like, he went, and as a Christian, it just makes me mad. I just want to say, so when you're talking to the hypocrites and stuff, if you come across them, it's the separation of the goats and the sheep. You're not a sheep if you're doing that stuff. You're like, and Jesus will come back and he will hold you accountable. So which one do you support, the kingdom of heaven or an earthly kingdom? And are you supporting a politician and treating him like your idol, or are you following Jesus? And that's about it. That's all I wanted to say.
No problem. Sorry. Well, thank you, Starfire. I hope you have a good evening and continue listening in.
All right. You take care, hon.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I'm quite familiar with that. Those verses. Those are the verses that I love to bring up when someone likes to say that they're a Christian or Catholic and they support the deportations, and it's like, yeah, that's antithetical. So those don't mesh. They don't go together. See, I would agree. I'm always this person, right? I agree with deporting the individuals that break our laws and have been convicted of violating said laws. Convicted. Thank you for calling. Okay. Yeah, under attack. I like how, like, so Jim, you guys know Jim, right? He's always in the chat. Okay, on Twitch. He's always in the chat on Twitch. And he is going off about how Trump ended 7 wars and then started a new one. And he's still supporting Trump. And at this point, I just think Jim is a bot. Jim can't ever prove that he's not a bot unless he calls the number on the screen. He's like a super fan in the chat every single day. Cat. Thank you. Hey, Cat. Thank you for that Interstellar. That is such a fun gift. He literally said, I'm a self-aware Russian bot. Thank you so much, Cat. Can we get WCats, K-A-T, in the chat, please? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Fuck me, daddy.
I love the leopard gift. WCat, again, K-A-T, in the chat. I love the leopard gift. That one, anything cats is, like, literally, Cat's name is already my favorite. It's Cat. Okay? Then cat gifts are my favorite gifts on TikTok. If you guys could see them, you would understand. I will try to put them into the Discord server. Cats the musical? You know, honestly, I don't think I've seen that. Oh, goodness. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm undecided. A lot of my friends are Republicans, so I'm kind of like, I don't like it, but I kind of got to go with it.
Why do you have to go with it?
Well, I mean, I can't just be the odd one out.
Why?
It's the social reasons.
I don't find that to be valid. Like, you don't have to conform with everyone else. You said
Sure, but
you're...
it's easier to get along.
What
and
year
not
did you
really
graduate?
Get political.
Okay, what year did you graduate high school?
09.
Yep, that tracks. Okay. So have you always been this way?
No, I was Democrat.
No, I just mean like following what your friends say.
I lived in Europe in other places, but it depended on where I was.
So have you always, so you haven't always been this way, but now that you're back in the States, you're deciding to be this way? Why?
No. It depends. It depends on which social circle I find myself in.
Oh, okay. So this
Kinda
isn't consistent.
Like what the Romans do.
Oh,
Do like the
no.
Romans do when in Rome.
No.
And you gotta admit that Donald Trump is pretty charismatic, right?
No, he's a populist, that's for sure. I wouldn't call him charismatic. Do you know who
Oh, that's
really
not the
had
same thing?
charisma? No, those are not the same thing.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Well, I've been watching the stream, and I thought it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I probably shouldn't have used my real number because I'm kind of drunk. But
Dude, I ain't gonna do anything with it.
What?
I'm not gonna do
Thank you. I
anything with it.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah,
ever
'cause
had
the
a
tech
complaint about
companies,
me
you
doing
know.
something with their number because I don't.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that because that way I won't get back to my other people, my places, social circles.
I would say, don't worry about what other people are telling you how you should think. That's probably actually one of the worst things I believe someone can do is like listen to what other people tell them as like what you should think about X, Y, and Z. Especially when it comes to politics, you should always have your own opinions on that. Personally, I would say violating the Constitution is my red line, and Donald Trump has done that ever since his first term, and so I don't support him. And when you walk into the voting booth, you go in
Because
by
of the
yourself.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Because of the Constitution. But you realize that most people don't study social studies well in whatever
You think I
grade
did?
they. No. I mean, most. Actually, I don't know about you. You sound educated, but
Yeah. This is all stuff after the fact.
What's after the fact? What do
My
you mean?
level of knowledge is things that I went out of my way to learn after the fact, after I graduated high school and everything like that.
That's impressive. Because most of my knowledge comes from my time in high school. And also, there's another thing about Trump. He says things that are true, but we're not. The Overton window, it's not wide enough for us to be able to freely discuss real things. Like, I feel like
to
the
a
Democrats
degree,
constrain
I would say I would agree with you to a point, mostly because the Overton window has shifted so much that in the United States, the left wing party is actually on the right. And MAGA and that movement has gone all the way to almost as far right as you can get, and that's become mostly socially acceptable. But being still on the right, but being a Democrat or a liberal, being considered a leftist is crazy talk.
Yes,
So
what's
yeah,
crazy
it
talk?
hasn't been.
Being a Democrat and being a leftist, or being a Republican being a leftist.
I'm sorry. I think people that are MAGA right now are crazy, but that's just a personal opinion.
They're
But
just propagandized too.
they are.
Just propagandized too. They do not know any different. Imagine nobody told you about the Constitution, and then you found out about the Constitution after high school. I mean, you knew about the Constitution before high school, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a test in 8th grade that I thought everyone took. The civics test.
Yeah. We all assume that when we're students because we're privileged and we're educated and we understand that being constitutional. It's so weird because I'm watching the stream and you sound just like the girl on the stream.
Yeah, because you're talking to me. It just has a slight delay.
The stream is delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delayed.
It has a slight latency.
So I'm on stream right now?
You are. You have been for 6 minutes.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize it affects so many people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Trump has this populism, and it's, people just have this attraction to him, and they don't necessarily were educated by all the things that happen, civil rights and all the stories that the social studies covers in their curriculum. And they just go by, you know what, I want to see something. This guy is populist. I mean, what's the difference between populism and charismatic? Populism, I guess, carries a negative connotation, but
no, charismatic means that you can sway people.
That is me on stream. That's so crazy. That is me on stream. Okay. That's cool. Awesome. There's just a delay, but yeah, I didn't recognize my own voice. So weird.
Yeah. So, like, charisma is like compelling. So, like, charisma is like compelling attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion on others. He doesn't have any charm. So, like, for me, he's lacking in charisma. He's a populist because he can speak to what people think they want and then also drive them to thinking that that's what they want. Right? So he created boogeymen.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can go into the boogeyman topic, but I'm just kind of weird. This first time I've seen so many chat. Who cares? People are slow. Why does that matter? I'm just Yeah, I'm just a little drunk, but yeah, internet and alcohol don't mix. That's crazy. This is so funny. Long list up. So there's a comment that said that you do admit that Trump is charismatic. You
No.
didn't quite say that. You said that he's populist.
No, he's a
So,
populist. He's a populist candidate, meaning people like him, but he's not charismatic. Again, he lacks charm.
but he, okay. I don't think he got to where he got by lacking charm, though. Would you agree with that?
No, still gonna say that. He doesn't have charm. He just exudes something that people like. I don't really know what to tell you on that one. It didn't work for me. Also, guys, on TikTok,
okay.
we're not tapping the screen enough. Let's go.
Okay. But I think that's why he's so popular. It's this quality that it has. It's kind of like Bill Clinton. He had his own Southern hospitality,
Here,
you know?
I'll explain that. I can explain this a little bit better for at least even for the people that don't understand, right? So when it comes to populism, as it appears in politics, it's a strategy that would pit the working class, the common people, and the elites against each other or against the establishment. And see, what we've seen happen in the United States is that rich people have convinced the middle class Americans that the people that make $7.25 an hour are the problem.
Right. Okay, yeah. Are you going to go into the statistics where it used to be more affordable to buy a house?
No.
I understand that argument.
No,
but
I'm just
yeah,
informing you on what that would mean in this case when we say that he's a populist candidate. Like, who thinks Erica?
Are you saying he's distorting the truth?
No, it's not what I said either.
I didn't understand what you were saying about the $22 an hour.
Would you say that Donald Trump claims that he represents the will of the people?
He only represents about 40% of the country right now.
No, I said, would you say that Donald Trump says he represents the will of the people?
Oh yeah, well he will out, even if he doesn't believe it, he would say it. So yeah, he does say it. In fact,
he quite explicitly says that he has a mandate to do the things that he's doing.
Yeah, and JD Vance backing him up on that when it's not even true. It's kind of crazy, the kind of circus we have.
Mm-hmm. And he uses simplistic communication with individuals.
Go ahead. What?
I was going to say he uses simplistic speaking, like words for when he talks to people. These are what makes him a populist. These aren't plain language.
Yeah, plain language. There's this little Wikipedia article that says that we don't have to use complicated language, and that everything would be fine if we used plain, simple language. Would you not agree? Because most people think, why use complex language where we have
some
to pay
things require
education?
No, some things require that you use complex language. Do you think you could get away with using completely simplistic language in a courtroom?
So, yeah. I mean that's the whole point. But yeah. Okay. You made some good points. I noticed when you were arguing with Polypolitics 1.0, I've noticed that there's this card called a steelman, and you probably know what a steelman is, right?
Yeah, that's where you're having the other person reassert your argument.
No. The steelman means the argument that is the strongest for someone. Let's say
no.
No?
No, a steelman is when you are able to reassert someone else's claim. So like you stated at the beginning, you're not sure who you really support, and it's mostly, and this is me paraphrasing, it's mostly you going along with what your community goes along with, right?
Sorry, repeat that last bit.
So when you first called in, we'll make this very simple. Like when you first called in, you said you were 35 and you weren't really sure who you supported, right?
Sure.
That would be a steel man, me reiterating back to you stuff that you've said. Normally in the form of an argument, but we
Okay.
haven't really made any arguments. A straw man would be you, like,
A
I
logical
make this
fallacy, yeah.
very complex statement that had a lot of facets, and then you dumb it down to like 5 words and say that was my argument and place in words that maybe I didn't say, or you made inferences from my statement. That would be a straw man.
Right. That's a straw man because you're attacking the argument by changing the argument first and then attacking the straw man. So I have another version of what I call the steel man. If that's not your version, I understand we're using 2 different languages. But what I refer to as the steel man is the strongest argument that my opponent in a debate can make. So if I say, okay, smoking is not. Hold on a second. I'm on the phone. Hold on. I'll call you back, okay? Okay, and then get the regular, get another one. I'll call back. I gotta go.
No problem, man. You have a good one.
You too, bye.
Thanks. All right. If you still support Donald Trump, call the number on the screen. Let's have a conversation. We can talk about the unfortunate loss of 6 U.S. Armed Forces members, 6 confirmed so far. And from what it seems like, they don't have the full tally yet, which I think is extremely depressing. And, I feel so bad for those families, and I feel bad for the men and women who lost their lives over something I don't think that they signed up for or knew they were signing up for exactly. And then, yes, also feel bad for the children. It's up to 143 confirmed dead in Iran from a missile striking a school. Thank you, Del, for the disco. I appreciate that. There's a new MAGA family zone. It's called Gonorrhea. Redundant. Oh, my God. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. That's crazy. That's a crazy one. Yes, we're up to 6 now, confirmed as of 4 hours ago. Yeah. Almost every MAGA influencer said Kamala would take us to war with Iran. Now they're celebrating Trump for doing that. Biggest hypocrites ever. Let's just remind you guys, okay? I might have to circle back to that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Hey, I got this phone number off a bathroom wall. Said this is a forum for Trump supporters.
Uh-huh. How old are you?
53.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
He's not Kamala Harris.
Who's that?
Kamala.
Who?
I got a shitload of dingleberries.
Sounds like a personal problem.
So what are you wearing?
Clothes, I hope you are.
Nope.
Oh, that's weird.
What the fuck? Why haven't you hung up on me yet? What the hell? I can't keep going.
I'm sorry, what? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 52.
52. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd put him on hold and I was waiting for him to hang up and he just hung up.
Yes, I am.
All right. And okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, let's just run through 2026. He's done a bunch
Just
of stuff.
2026. Okay.
Yeah, let's go with 2026. Before I even get to that, I just want to say, when he first got into office, it's like, oh, I'll vote for him. Nothing's going to change, and he surpassed all of my expectations. So he did all kinds of stuff in 2025. But let's go 2026. So in January, he takes out Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela. Then that was January. Then in February, the cartel guy goes bye-bye. And now
but that was because of Mexico. So.
The Mexican cartel guy goes bye-bye.
Yeah,
the
because
guy,
Mexico.
People that kill American citizens, with drugs. I'm sure you probably even know somebody that's died from drug overdose. So then, over 100,000 die a year.
That was
so
the Mexican government that did that. That's why they lost 25 National Guardsmen.
I know libs love drugs coming in for free because they don't understand the world. And then in March, he takes out the Iran leadership, and all the Iranians that are here that are Christians love it.
No, that happened on Saturday.
Trump is amazing.
I'm so sorry. That happened on Saturday. What was Saturday's date?
Wasn't that at 2 a.m. or something? So anyway,
I'm so sorry. What was Saturday's date?
Come on, semantics.
I'm so sorry. What is Saturday's date?
Would you shut up? It's semantics. Who cares?
No, it's not
So
semantics. It was 2 a.m. It was 2 a.m. It was 2 a.m.
Drug lord.
It was 2 a.m. 2 a.m. on February 28th, meaning that happened as well in February.
God,
so it sounds like you said he's achieved something major in each month. Seems like he hasn't achieved anything major in March yet, which I mean is totally fair. It is only the 2nd. So I am okay with the fact that in your Rolodex of achievements, he hasn't achieved anything yet in March because it is literally only March 2nd. So that is totally fair. We will, if you want to say he's had, and again, let me go over this. You said the Mexican cartel leader. To be clear, that was done by the Mexican government with no assistance from the United States government. We didn't have involvement with that. So I guess your February achievement should in fact just be Iranian.
Why would you be okay with Americans dying from drug ODs?
I didn't say that. See, now that's a straw man fallacy. That's something that never even came up. That's you speaking whatever's in your mind. I haven't said anything about that. That's only you. I made a statement that the Mexican cartel leader who was taken out, we have to give that credit to Mexico because they're the ones who did it. Okay? So that's not anything that you're saying. You're literally speaking your little feelings. I don't know what they are exactly. That had nothing to do with me saying that the cartel leader being taken out is the credit of Mexico doing that.
Listen, Mermaid, the Mexican leadership and government wouldn't be able to take out the cartels.
That's just your feelings. There's nothing of substance that backs that up. Again, that's not something that Donald Trump can take credit for. We'll put that out there one more time for you. Hopefully you understand. That was done by the Mexican government.
USA backing, because they can't do it without
USA
the USA
backing? How did we back them? Did we send them money? Did we send them our equipment in order for them to take him out?
Listen, we've got...
No. I'm so tired of you telling me to listen when you haven't answered anything past the first 3 questions that are asked on the stream. Everything since then has just been you floundering. So what specifically did we do? What did we specifically provide them as far as hard substance, like physical things did we provide them? In order for Mexico to take them out, did we give them money? Did we give them equipment? What did we give them?
You notice how
Do you notice how you just can't answer a direct question. This must be very difficult for you. Okay. So whenever you're done like going off on the microphone, whenever you're done, I have a very direct question for you. We'll see if you're capable of answering this, okay? What is, oh, no, no, no. See, if you keep talking, you can't hear me. If you keep talking, you can't hear me. You're still talking. You got to stop talking. You got to stop talking. No, you can't keep doing that. Can't keep doing that. Mm-mm. You got to stop. Okay. No, no, you're incapable of it, it seems like. I just wanted to ask you a simple question. What is your favorite flavor of truck?
Oh my God, that's so stupid. Why would you want?
What is okay? See, you're not capable of answering the question. That's quite odd. What is your favorite flavor of No, no, no. See, you can't hear me if you're talking. What is your
It doesn't make
favorite
any sense,
flavor of
mermaid.
truck? What is your favorite flavor of truck?
That question makes no sense. Why would?
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Okay. Don't know what that was. He just wanted to come up here and, I don't know, blabber. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18.
18. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, I am.
Okay. What's your date of birth? Go.
02/04/2004.
That would make you 22. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
And that was a child as well. Yeah, they never get it right. Like, so for everybody that got mad at me when I was probably speaking to someone that was possibly under the age of like 18 a couple weeks ago, they at least were able to do quick math and gave me a date of birth that made them 18. And so I gave them the opportunity to keep talking because, I mean, if you're capable of quick math, you're able to have a conversation with me at the very least. So, I mean, it worked. I'm not going to complain. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
43.
43.
Yes,
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
yes,
Can you get closer to your microphone?
yes.
Okay. And what's... Oh, okay, I guess not. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Hey, I'm 36.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with the current developments on the foreign policy side, but I guess I gotta look at the totality of everything.
Totality of what?
Of his current run, his administration's current run. Wow. You know
Like-
what? I am blown away by how nervous I feel. I'm probably just gonna call it quits right here.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yep. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
How old are you?
20.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I would say I prefer, but not supporting.
Okay. So sorry, how can you prefer someone that's been in office for 13 years when we don't have another choice? Where's the preference?
No, I mean, from my point of view, I would say I support some of the policy he support, but I don't support all of the policy.
Okay, like
Does that make
what?
sense? So basically, I would say I'm not the American. So as a foreigner, I live in the country for a while, and I feel like he's doing much better for American, but not for everyone, which I agree to because I would say you want to see the person who doing things for your own people, not try to like try to help everyone in the world.
Okay, he's not doing anything to help anybody right now. So
I mean,
he just started a
all right.
war with
So
another country on Saturday and then
yeah,
kept saying
this
he literally told the American people that more American soldiers' lives will be lost, and it's just something that we're going to have to accept. It's a casualty of war.
yeah. So what's the number you're saying have lost in the war? So you're talking about
So far,
with the
six
war with
American,
Iran, right?
sorry, so far, 6 United States soldiers.
So you mean like yeah, we do have some casualty
Yeah.
when we have a war, right? But the
No, no, no.
thing is
We have U.S. citizen casualty.
yeah, I understand that because I know like war is like not good for everyone,
Then why has
but
Donald Trump spent the last 4 years talking about how Biden lost 13?
so the thing is you not I mean like you not supporting someone who's saying oh the other side doing wrong. I'm not supporting him to have the war with another country, but sometimes it happens, right? So that's what I say. I
No, he
don't support
promised. I
the
don't know if you
person.
realize this. I don't know if you realize this, but he promised the American people no new wars. So it's not that simple. When he
Okay,
campaigned, he promised no new wars.
no new wars.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but how about if there's not only the word, it's a campaign, right? The word it says the
What?
person that only have the power to have a military contact with another country for 2 days. After that, you need to get approved. You need to get approved by the the Congress
No.
and
We can
other
only
things,
do
the
that. I don't
law.
know if you realize this. He can only do this without congressional approval if there was an imminent threat, none of which has occurred.
How do you know that? What's your point? Like saying
What?
it's
So
not.
sorry. How far of a different, like, can you tell me exactly how far away Iran is from the United States?
It's pretty far in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking far. They don't
Yeah,
have
it
a
is.
singular, I don't know if you realize this, they don't have a singular missile that is capable of coming from Iran to the continental United States. Not a single
Okay,
missile that is capable of flying that far.
okay.
Yeah.
The,
So there is no imminent threat. And mind you, I just want to remind everybody that in June, Donald Trump told the American people that we obliterated those nuclear facilities.
okay. Did you
Yeah.
finish?
Which means the threat would have been taken care of in June.
So you're saying like Iran is not really a threat to the U.S. and the war, right? That's what you're saying. After the nuclear, like the nuclear infrastructure being taken off, that will be all right.
No,
That's
we would
what you're
have
saying,
more
right?
of a threat from North Korea, who is constantly testing their missiles capacity and how far they can fly by blowing up in the
Yeah,
Pacific
that's another threat.
Ocean.
That's another threat. But what
No,
I'm
no,
saying is
yeah,
like
but so why don't
Iran is
we ever do
still a threat.
anything about North Korea? Like, sorry, they also quite seriously don't like the United States of America, say a lot of horrible shit about us. Um, and they actually have the capacity to drop missiles or bombs or nukes on the United States.
Okay, but the thing is, you're kind of off the topic. We're talking
No, I'm
about the
not.
Iran
This
because
is so sorry. So sorry. It's I'm giving you a comparison to someone that actually has the capacity to hit the United States of America. They are constantly testing missile strikes in the Pacific Ocean to see how far their stuff can reach us. They've already shown off, like quite literally, North Korea has kind of shown off on their little parades what they have, right? Because they do that. Kim Jong-un is very, very self-absorbed. Like, that is very much
All
true.
right.
That is somebody that actually is a threat to the United States. Iran
Yeah.
would be a
Can I
threat
speak now?
maybe
Oh, sorry.
like 20 years in the future. It would only be a significant threat to our bases. And even then, we've seen that insurgents that have tried to rush bases since Saturday, 2 a.m. Eastern time, they've been repelled by either our military forces or the military forces of the country where we have bases and embassies in and consulates.
Okay. Okay. Did anything else you want to say, or I can have my argument? Hello.
I'm just asking, why didn't we take out North Korea? They're a legitimate
Okay.
threat that
Yeah.
is more of
All
a
right.
threat than
That's what I thought. Yeah. The thing is, you're saying North Korea has the capacity to
they
attack
do.
the U.S.,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
what you're saying.
they
Also,
do.
not only North Korea, Russian, China, they all have the ability to attack
Yes, they
U.S.,
do.
but they
Yeah.
didn't,
Mm-hmm.
right? The Iran attacked it directly to the military base.
Oh,
in
where did
Liverpool.
Iran attack a military base prior to 2 a.m. Saturday morning?
2020 and 2023. And
Oh,
that
wait.
before.
That doesn't make it an imminent threat, sir. If that's something that happened years
So
ago,
you're
then
saying
that should have been
you
taken
say
care of.
about
And I just want to remind you, I know that you have acknowledged that you are not a U.S. citizen, you are an immigrant. I just want to remind you, Donald Trump was president in 2020. So I guess if we were going to go to war with Iran and we were going to strike back or slap back because they hit us first, then he should have done it in his first term of presidency.
yeah. The thing is, would you try to let me finish my point, and then you can
You're
come back,
already
or
wrong. Why would I
prefer
let
to
you
like?
continue on a false premise?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when I'm saying you interrupt me, but when you're saying
Why would I
keep
let you continue
quiet,
on a false premise?
Yeah, but you can, if you want to,
Why would I let you
correct me
continue
after
on a
that.
false premise?
That's a freedom of speech. Even I saying something wrong, you need to
No,
wait
sir,
till
I
I
don't.
finish,
Okay,
and then you
again,
correct
I'm
me,
going to
all
help you
right?
out with something else here, okay? I understand that you are an immigrant, so you don't truly understand the meaning of what the First Amendment is of the United States Constitution. The
We have
freedom. No, no,
okay,
no,
we
no, no,
have
no, 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 no,
freedom
no,
of
no, no, no,
speech
no, no,
too
no, 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 no,
in
no.
my country
Listen,
too.
listen. The freedom of speech, the First Amendment, only protects you from the government suppressing your freedom of speech. Am I the
So you can
government
suppress
of the
mine
United States?
because you're
I'm so
not.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Am I the government of the United States of America?
You are not, but
I am not.
means
So,
you can.
okay, I'm going to help you out with
Yeah, I
something.
can say whatever
Freedom
I
of
want to say,
speech,
right?
freedom of speech does not exist on a private platform. I am not the government. You've acknowledged that. You've agreed with me there. Thank you so much. Because I am
Yeah, I
not the
can feel
government of the United
too.
States of America. So sorry. Freedom of speech does not apply here on a private platform. This is my
Okay,
platform.
but do you support freedom of speech, or you say,
Yes,
oh,
I
because it's
support the
private,
government
so
not
that's my.
infringing upon your freedom of speech to speak out negatively against them or positively against them. I support that.
Yeah,
So
anything.
sorry,
I'm
but the
not saying
government,
anything
sorry,
negative
Donald
though.
Trump doesn't support that. Donald Trump and his administration with Marco Rubio as Secretary of State are actively trying to pull individuals' visas and legal resident status within the United States of America for speaking out negatively against Donald Trump or writing an op-ed that made them cry a little bit in their fifis.
Okay, so
And that's been
you just
struck down by the courts. So it's very funny that you would come up here preaching to me about freedom of speech when Donald Trump doesn't
yeah, that's
support
what
freedom
I'm
of
saying. Like,
speech. Donald Trump doesn't support freedom of speech, sir.
So can I finish my point, or you?
Can you
want to
acknowledge what I
me?
literally just said?
Yeah, I know that.
What did I
you're
say?
saying, oh, that's a point. That's a point. But that's
No.
what you
What did
saw,
I
right?
just say? What did I just say in the last minute?
The last minute you're saying, oh, Trump doesn't support freedom of speech, right? Period. That's what you're making an argument. But the thing is, I didn't finish.
And how did I
explain?
How did I explain how he is against freedom of speech?
The thing is,
How did I
the thing is,
explain?
when I tried-
How did I explain that he is against freedom of speech?
Would you let me finish one sentence?
You didn't
without
finish.
interrupting
You
me?
did not finish, sir. You did not finish
All right, so
explaining
I'm
what I
waiting for
had
you
just
to
said.
finish your point.
I already did.
I'm
I'm
waiting for
trying to
you.
get you to
Yeah.
reiterate it back to me so I make sure that you comprehended it. What did I say to support my claim that Donald Trump is not a proponent for freedom of speech?
You say he doesn't support freedom of speech, blah blah blah. But the point is,
And what did
when I
no
tried to say my point-
okay. You are not reiterating back what I said to me in any way, shape, or form. And because you just went blah, 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 at this point, I can assume you didn't listen. Is that correct?
I
You
listened,
didn't listen.
But the thing is,
If you had
all right,
listened,
the thing is, every
if
time
you
I come
had
across-
listened, you would have been capable of speaking back to me exactly what I said.
Hello? Yeah, you can say, but the thing is, I don't need.
I'm done. Yeah, like there's nothing else for that one. I'm done. Go be a ladder puller in your own country. You don't need to be doing it here. You know, Eclipse, I hope he doesn't, but Eclipse isn't wrong when he says that he would be crying when he gets deported. They don't want you here, sir. They don't pick you. All right, let's see. I was going to answer this. Almost every MAGA influencer said Kamala would take us to war with Iran, and now they're celebrating Trump for doing that. Biggest hypocrite ever. So in 2011, we have Donald Trump on video talking about how Obama was going to start a war with Iran, and that he was like too weak to do it, blah, blah, blah. And then in 2012, when Obama's polls were dipping, he also made a Twitter post saying that, guess what? Obama was going to start a war with Iran because his polls were dipping. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
To do it, blah blah blah, and then in 2000.
Okay. Turn down the stream in the background right now, dude. All right, we're done. I'm not hearing my own voice coming back through that. If you want to talk to me, turn down the stream in the background before you call. It's that simple. Why do I have to say that every day? It's quite insane. Reminder to drink your waters, guys. I don't think it was Phantom. I honestly think that was a real person. He tried so hard to make his point. Thank you for calling this. Yep. Done. Done. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Is that supposed to hurt my feelings? MAGA hats, large market of unofficial versions exist, which are often produced in countries like China, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Haiti, and Honduras. Yeah. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi. Can you turn on the stream in the background?
Yes.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes,
How old are you?
40.
40. Okay. And what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
I just like the fact that whenever he said that he would make the country stronger by bringing in tariffs or causing other countries to start a negotiation or a trade, I just think that was something that the country needed.
So the United States right now has a 15% tariff on all countries. We'll just use one as an example, 15% tariff on Vietnam. So when a company in the United States imports, let's say, a microchip from Vietnam, who is paying that 15% tariff to the United States government?
Well, I don't know the answer to that question, but I think it did bring the negotiations to start a factory here in America.
No, sorry, sir. That was negotiated with the Chips and Science Act. They announced that back in 2023 that they were going to start building a plant here. This is nothing new.
Oh,
Yeah.
but just things like that how he's causing stuff to, I guess, be spoken about that wouldn't have been spoken about.
Like what? What are we not speaking about that was
Well,
being spoken about?
earlier I heard you talk about the Iran war,
Oh,
and
yeah. Where Donald Trump is perfectly okay sacrificing our United States Armed Service members when he's the one that dodged the draft 5 times.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm sure there's other presidents that have done that as well, but I know that growing up as an American, I was always afraid of Iran. Talking about a
Interesting. I
nuclear threat,
wasn't.
I was. It was
Sounds
just
like a
very
you problem.
intimidating. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone feels the same way, but as I feel, but it's just something that kind of made me worry. But so the fact that the government did take initiative to cause an effect to start a war to, I mean, I really don't know what's going to benefit out of this war. Supposedly, it's to
Gas
start a new
prices already
regime for the
spiked
Iranian
today. I
people.
don't know if you realize that. Gas prices already spiked today as a result of the attack on Iran and the Strait of Hormuz being closed.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think the same thing happened when COVID hit too. But
Also, to be
um,
clear, like Donald Trump called for the Iranian people to rise up against their government, and yet the streets of Tehran are vacant. Nobody's rushing their capital. They're not trying to find the president. They're not trying to stop them from confirming a new Ayatollah. They're not doing any of these things. You want to know why? Because Israel will not stop striking Tehran. How on earth are they supposed to rise up against their government if they're being bombed by the people that want them to rise up against their government in their streets?
no, I would agree with you. That's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just things like that are.
How
I
about
would hate to
our
say,
consulate in Pakistan being attacked?
um, I didn't even know we had a consulate in Pakistan. I thought Pakistan didn't like us.
We have embassies and consulates and bases in a lot of countries that people wouldn't realize. Did you realize that we still have a
Oh,
base in Iraq?
yeah, I know we have
Yeah.
bases in Iraq.
Were you aware that the embassy there was attacked too?
Wasn't aware, but I do have
Hmm.
service friends
How
that
about
were
our base in
affected because of
Bahrain
the.
that had a successful missile strike against it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
How about the
I also believe there's
Hezbollah
other.
in Lebanon also vowed vengeance against the United States?
Well, haven't they always had that
No.
anthem?
I don't know if people realize
Yeah,
this, but when they say death to the West, they just mean Western culture that doesn't accept the religion.
I was always under the assumption that they shouted "Death to America," but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they mean sorry, are we the only country in America?
Well, in the continental Americas, no.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I just you know, I don't, I really don't want to sound like a recruiting for Trump or anything, but I just think that under this presidency, it just seems a little bit more different than what the last presidency was going through. It seemed like we had more conflict in our country um, with Biden compared to Trump.
So are you going to enlist then?
Well, I would love to if they took me, but
They
I don't
will
think they'll let me
actually.
go.
I don't know if you realize this, but the Air Force age limit is 42, and the Navy's age limit is 41. And I can give you their phone numbers right now. I expect to hear that you went to their recruiter's office tomorrow, or at least called them.
Yeah, I could write down their numbers and call them. That
Yeah,
I don't have any trouble calling.
you definitely should see if they'll take you.
I got a pencil and paper.
Yeah, Air Force is going to be 800-423 USAF.
Okay,
Navy is going to be 800 USA Navy.
that's pretty easy.
They make them that way.
Yeah, I'll call and chat with them too, see what they say.
Yeah, you should definitely see, since you support our soldiers going to war, you should be one of them.
Oh, I mean, I would love to stand up for our country.
Sure. Go do that.
I don't have any other topics to persuade people that about Donald Trump or anything like that, but yeah, I just don't see in the future who would stand for the Democrats, and if they had some sort of basis to where they could persuade me, maybe I would
You just
change
need to open your
political
mind, and
parties.
instead of, you don't need to change political parties. You just need to open your mind and actually realize what's happening, like violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution. I feel like that should be a red line for anybody. The fact that Donald Trump says that it's a sacrifice he's willing to make, that American lives are being lost in his war that he started with no provocation and no backing or reasoning because Iran did not face an imminent threat. So he said himself back in June of 2025 when he said that we have obliterated the nuclear sites. We set them behind 10, 20 years. They will not have a nuclear weapon anytime soon. And then that flipped around real quick. And
Yeah,
then
he kind
less
of
than a
fell
year
short
later,
on that.
less than a year later, we're bombing them again, saying that somehow they had nukes again. And well, we all remember what happened last time we claimed that we had a country in the Middle East that had WMDs.
Oh yeah, poor Republicans, they catch a bad rap from finding these art wars, but um, so in my mind,
Dick Cheney would be happy.
well, I don't want to be like a, what do you call those, conspiracy theorists or whatever, but it seems pretty like planned out how certain steps are taken to have a certain foothold in different areas in order to reach a certain country to be able to start this mass overhaul of whatever's going on. But I just, as of right now, I mean, I'm just an American that's voted for Donald Trump.
Do you think that just because you voted for someone, that means that you owe your loyalty to them?
No, like I said, I think the
Gotcha.
main reason I did vote for him was because of the whole revenue for America and starting different types of
Again,
conversations with different countries?
yeah, no, that didn't work. He promised us 90 deals in 90 days on Liberation Day, aka April 1st, 2025. And so I'm going to help you out. I'd asked you a question of who pays the tariffs to the United States government, and you didn't know the answer. It's not
Right.
about, so Donald Trump says that foreign countries pay the tariffs. Do you believe him?
If they're charged, well, isn't there like a embargo tariff to trade, like whether
That's a
it's
different
with
kind of
America or
fee.
not?
Sorry, sir. That's a different kind of fee. Tariffs are different. There are multiple different kinds of things that you can pay when you're trying to ship something to the United States of America, but that's not a tariff. A tariff is
Okay.
collected at arrival in the port.
Mhm.
Who pays the tariff to the United States government? Donald Trump says it's the foreign country. Do you believe that, yes or no?
Well, I think it would be the person that's shipping the whatever they're shipping.
So you
So
think it's the
whatever.
foreign exporter?
I mean, I would think so, but
Cool. That would be incorrect. It is the United States importer, which is why the Supreme Court on, goodness me, I don't want to get the date wrong. I believe it was the 16th, February 16th. No, maybe it was February 20th.
Mhm.
February 20th. There we go. February 20th, the Supreme Court of the United States determined that the Donald Trump tariffs placed under IEEPA were found to be unconstitutional, a violation of Article 1, Section 8 of our United States Constitution.
I heard that in the news.
Yeah, and the reason why is because, in fact, even the Solicitor General was unable to argue or convince the justices on the jury that that the United States population was not paying the tariffs, that they are in fact a tax on the United States population. And so therefore, because that specific job was only passed on to Congress by Article 1, Section 8, and they've only delegated that away in very specific instances, therefore his IEEPA tariffs were found to be unconstitutional, meaning he has violated the Constitution by taxing the American populace.
Yeah, that's
so all of those
information I was
billions of
unaware
dollars
of.
that we're celebrating that was collected by tariffs, we paid that.
That's fine, but also too, I still think that it did spark a trade conversation with different countries.
Very few.
Be-
The
because
European
I don't,
Union, the European Union is backing out of talks because the tariffs are now higher than what they had negotiated. So now they're backing out of talks. I'm pretty certain even Vietnam is going to back out of their deal because now under these new laws that for some reason, was it Gorsuch, I believe it was, said, hey, here's a list of tariffs that I think you should be able to implement on your own. In his dissent ruling by the SCOTUS brief. He doesn't get to pick and choose countries. He doesn't get to lower them or set them by his own will. So now countries are backing out of all trade deals with the United States because what's the point? They can't negotiate down lower tariffs.
yeah, that puts a lot of
And by the way, there was only like 2 deals in total actually signed. Everything else was just a word of mouth and not a real deal.
Oh well, I mean, like I said, it sounds good, but even to me, it seemed real because when he was talking to China and China was having these.
China never made an agreement with the United States this entire time.
No, I know that, but didn't they try to tariff us because when we were exporting to them?
Yeah, because we were placing an illegal tariff amount even by the World Trade Organization, the WTO, by doing over 145%. Yeah, they only raised their tariff because we increased ours to an astronomical amount.
But so is that same tariff still paid by the American taxpayer?
Well, you mean when China places a tariff on imports coming from the United States? No. That's something that their Chinese importers would be responsible for paying to the Chinese government.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like I'm not very familiar with how these
I understand.
these tariffs move back and forth, but I do like the fact that he was able to spark a conversation with different countries.
Doesn't matter if it doesn't lead anywhere. And it just pissed off everybody else the most.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of how you get people to change when people are
No one
stagnant
changed,
and
sir.
set
No
in
one
their ways.
changed.
I mean, it hasn't changed yet, but I'm sure something has moved.
Yeah, you know what moved? Our inflation,
What-
our CPI increased as a result of Donald Trump's tariffs hitting. And now we have
and
distorted data for the next year because of the government shutdown.
yeah, I'm kind of curious how that's going to look like in the next couple of years. But if it does go down, I mean, could you credit that to Donald Trump?
I'm so sorry. The data is distorted until December 2026. I won't know the real data until December 2026. And even then, I technically can't trust it because it's based off of false information where we're missing 18 data sets for 2 months. It depends on, I
That's
would have to
fine.
actually see significant changes.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just like very marginal, but I think a small change is good.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else about Donald Trump.
Okay. Well, I encourage you to do some research.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, I hope he calls the recruiter's office because, you know. Let's see. Thank you, Scott said DJT is like an 8th grade bully that's so full of shit. That's exactly what he is. He is a little schoolyard bully that doesn't get his way and then he cries. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How old are you?
26.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
The strikes on Iran and then
that killed 6 of our armed service members. Got it. Why are you okay with 6 of our armed service members and counting to be dead right now? Why are you okay with the fact that 150 school children are also dead in Iran?
Well, because I believe that Iran is pursuing nuclear weapons.
Oh, but Donald Trump told us, you and me, right, in June 2025 that their nuclear capacity, their nuclear sites were obliterated and we set them back 10 plus years.
Well, I don't care what Donald Trump said. I care what the International Atomic Energy Agency said.
The IAEA never said that they were pursuing nuclear weapons.
They absolutely said that they violated the nuclear treaty that all the United Nations.
Yes. Yeah. The JCPOA that Iran said that they weren't going to uphold as soon as Donald Trump pulled out of it in June of 2018. And he had 2.5 years. No, they weren't. They were fully within regulations under the JCPOA prior to Donald Trump pulling out of the JCPOA. You can look back at all of the IAEA reports that they publish quarterly every single time. They were fully within their bounds and their limits under that entire time. Mind you, the 3 nuclear facilities that we blew up had the independent monitoring devices from the IAEA installed there as a result of the JCPOA and the agreement that they signed on to. But no, they never violated the agreement prior to Donald Trump withdrawing from the deal. And they said that the United States was the thing that was holding it together. So that's when they violated. And even though Donald Trump's supposed to be this great, fantastic, big negotiator, that he had 2.5 years left of his presidency to come up with the replacement deal for the JCPOA, and he failed. And then he failed again when he became president again, where he still wasn't able to secure a deal for another 12 months. Interesting. Great negotiator there. He had, so what does that make that? 3.5 years in total that he failed to secure a deal for to make sure that they didn't get nuclear WMD capacity enrichment. Which, mind you, they hit 60% in 2020 and never moved above it since. So, again, this is all available in the IAEA. You have to hit 90 to be at nuclear capacity.
Are you finished? Hello? Are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Who?
Can you hear me?
Can you repeat what I just said?
Yeah, you argued that they violated the JCPOA after we withdrew from the agreement in 2018.
And what else?
You argued that prior to that, they were in compliance with the JCPOA agreement that Obama struck.
Okay, and what else?
I mean, I can't recite everything word for word that you said, but I get the gist of your argument.
Oh, okay.
But I still disagree. So.
Oh, you disagree with facts
I
then? I just want to be clear. You disagree with facts.
No, I don't disagree with facts. I don't think you understand the totality of what that nuclear agreement actually said, and I don't think you're aware of the enrichment levels that it mandated that Iran stay below. So if you know anything about the development of nuclear weapons, you'll know that there are stages that are in place when you plan on developing nuclear weapons. While it's true that Iran in 2018 was in compliance with the JCPOA, there were things that they were doing not related to nuclear enrichment that were moving them towards a bomb. It's not all about enrichment of uranium explicitly.
Cool. Then you should be able to expand upon that and be very explicit in what specifically they were doing that indicated that they were going for WMD.
Okay, so one thing in development with nuclear weapons is there's a water stockpile cap. So essentially, with like advanced centrifuges, the JCPOA limited like research and development in relationship to the advancement of centrifuges. So basically, they were still researching how to develop nuclear centrifuges, even though they weren't actively pursuing the enrichment of uranium. So like, even if, yes, they were within the limits of the enrichment, which is what people talk about, they were still violating the research limitations that were put in regards to developing centrifuges.
Yeah, and yet on June 8th, 2018, IAEA report confirms Iran's compliance with the JCPOA. Ooh,
What
and in
was that
fact, the report finalized May 24th was the first since U.S. President Donald Trump violated the nuclear deal on May 8th by reimposing sanctions on Iran and withdrew the United States from the accord. Ooh, wait, we violated it first?
Well, I don't.
The IAEA report confirms that they weren't moving towards a nuclear weapon. Interesting.
So your argument is essentially that they were fully adhering to the agreement?
They were adhering to the agreement until Donald Trump violated it and unilaterally withdrew the United States from the accord. They even confirmed that they would only remain within the JCPOA for the moment. And it was just that moment. And they'd only reached 3.67% enrichment before Donald Trump pulled it out, which is perfectly in line with nuclear power.
Yeah, but the very fact that they scaled up to immediately to 60% enrichment after pulling out the deal.
Oh, no,
And by
it
the
took
way,
them
this
2
deal
years. I'm so sorry.
2 years is pretty immediate.
Took
for
them 2
development, for
years.
enriching.
Yeah, because Donald Trump placed
Wait, you interrupted
sanctions,
me.
placed sanctions, which violated the JCPOA that they no longer had to adhere to. I'm so sorry. It sounds like to me that you're saying that all of this is Donald Trump's fault because he withdrew from the JCPOA.
No, because they were already in violation of the JCPOA.
But I'm so sorry. The IAEA says otherwise. You're awesome. So wait, I'm so sorry. How on earth? I'm so sorry. The JCPOA said otherwise, that they were completely, not the IAEA said that Iran was completely in compliance with the JCPOA. They didn't say anything about them doing the centrifuges that you're talking about. Nothing has proven that, right? So again, this is your presumption that they violated it, even though the IAEA says absolutely otherwise. The nuclear watchdog groups have also said the exact same thing, that they didn't violate it in 2018. Very interesting. Prior to Donald Trump himself violating the JCPOA by reinstituting sanctions on May 8, 2018, that directly violated the agreement and then unilaterally withdrew the United States of America. So again, it sounds like you're saying it's Donald Trump's fault that Iran then reached 60% enrichment 2 years later.
No, because
then whose fault is it? Who allowed them? I'm so sorry. Who allowed them to be able to hit that 60% enrichment level?
Iran.
No. Why? Okay, let's try this then. Okay, we'll try this a little bit. Donald Trump unilaterally withdrew from the JCPOA on May 8th, 2018. He had two years and 7 months left of his presidency to draft up a new agreement. Why was he incapable of drafting up a new agreement that would have kept them from enriching to 60% enrichment prior to him leaving office?
So you're asking why was he incapable of
drafting up a new agreement? Yeah, because they were open to deals the entire time. They were open to deals and talks the entire time. So why was Donald Trump incapable of bringing them back to the deal table? This art of the deal. I'm the best deal maker.
Is this a monologue or is this going to be a dialogue?
It's whatever I make it.
So you're not interested in an honest intellectual discussion. You're just interested.
It's whatever I make it. I would appreciate it if you actually answered the question that I asked you. Why was Donald Trump incapable of making a brand new deal with his sparkly name on it and signed in gold, sprinkle a little gold on it, in 2 years and 6 months?
Am I going to be allowed to answer the question?
Could have already answered it if you hadn't asked that question.
Well, no, you've interrupted multiple times, so I haven't been able to answer it.
You could have already answered it with as much as you've just been whining.
Well, with the amount of time you've interrupted, I could have already answered it 3 times. But I'll finish really quick. So for starters, they did violate it prior to 2018. It's not 100%. It's not true that they didn't violate the agreement prior to 2018. But even 100%, you can see the JCPOA. They violated the centrifuge research. They violated
the IAEA, who you quoted, I just want to be very clear. The IAEA, who you quoted, said otherwise on June 8th, 2018. And I know you weren't looking at the screen, and that's fine because I'd rather you talk to me instead of trying to watch what's happening on screen. But I put the report up on the screen for everyone to see.
Yeah, but if you pull up the centrifuge and the water limit.
Again, the IAEA said that they were not in violation of the JCPOA. So find me something that says otherwise. Because right now, all I hear is it's your feelings.
So just to answer your prior question, though, in regards to why talking about here.
The same
We're
regime
talking
that
about a
signed the
regime-
JCPOA that was perfectly willing to have limits on their nuclear capacity. Yeah, that makes sense. They're horrible. They're so bad. They definitely weren't willing to. It's all their fault for why they weren't. While Donald Trump failed to get a deal in 2.5 years.
You mean the same regime that just killed 30,000 innocent people?
That number is unconfirmed. The only confirmed number that we have is about 7,600, which is still fucking deplorable. And you know what? I'm actually glad Khamenei was dead, but it didn't need our intervention because he was 86 fucking years old. He was gonna croak eventually, and probably quite soon.
Okay, but again, there have been, what I'm trying to indicate here is that...
No, I just want to remind everybody, Khamenei had been in power since 1979. Him and his government met with the United States and other nations and signed the JCPOA under Obama. Right? Everyone can agree that he signed the JCPOA under Obama. And it wasn't withdrawn until May 8, 2018, under Donald Trump, who violated the JCPOA himself. Iran was still willing to negotiate. They even said that they were going to remain compliant with IAEA and the JCPOA standards for now, at that moment, a month later, on June 8th, when the IAEA confirmed that they had not violated any terms of the JCPOA, contradicting Donald Trump's statement.
Okay, but just to kind of really clarify the overall point that I'm getting at. So with regards to Iran, the very fact that Iran immediately increased their uranium...
It wasn't immediate. We've already discussed that.
Within 2 years, you don't increase your
That means that Donald Trump had time to negotiate. That means that Donald Trump had time to negotiate. There's that nerve. That's weird. Ooh, that's a weird laughter. I just want to be very clear. Y'all don't want to listen to that laughter. That was very weird and nervous. That means since it took them 2 years to reach a higher level of enrichment, right? And even in 2019, they still maintained at a 6% level maximum, which means that, again, they were still in compliance with the JCPOA terms even 1 year later. The thing is, that means that Donald Trump had plenty of time to negotiate a brand new deal that would have stopped them from being able to do that in his last 2.5 years of presidency, which he failed to do so. So by standards, it sounds like, and I think you would have to agree with me here, that it sounds like it's Donald Trump's fault.
No, you're pivoting. So,
sir, you've pivoted this entire time. I pivoted so hard to what? Talking about the JCPOA that we were talking about? Wow! Wait, I didn't know maintaining the subject is a fucking pivot. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 46 years old.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, I love Donald Trump. He's the best thing since sliced bread. He's made our country secure. He's taken all these illegal immigrants out of the country that have been taking my welfare check away. God bless him so much.
Have you filed charges against somebody that took your welfare check?
Oh, no, but they're all gone. And I hear you talking about tariffs.
No, I want to stick on your welfare check. Hold on. I want to stick on your welfare check. Who stole your welfare check and how did they steal it?
Oh, all these Mexicans, these illegal aliens.
No. I need you to be specific. Wait, they took away your mom's Section 8? Wait. I'm so sorry. Who pays your mom's, so if she has Section 8 housing, that means she's renting from someone and they do direct payments to the landlord. So who stole the money from the landlord? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm saying that all this money was given to all these illegal aliens.
Incorrect. That would actually be against two different laws, the IIRIA and also the PRWORA of 1996, both of them exclusively. So that would also be incorrect. That is directly against the law. So would you like to try again? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Who exactly, when Section 8 payments are released to the landlord, who exactly is responsible for paying those payments directly to the landlord for Section 8?
Okay, so let me ask you.
No. I would like you to answer my question directly, not answer a question with the question. So we're going to try this one more time. Hopefully you can prove that you're not just a sad little troll that's doing a really bad job at this. Who provides direct payments to your mother's landlord?
Have you the government, ma'am?
Cool. So the government is the one that took away your mom's benefits. I'm so glad we could agree to that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm here. How old am I? I'm 37.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm in the middle.
So are you still supporting Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Well, I've never voted, but right now I approve of Trump, yes.
Okay, what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Does earn my continued support.
Yerp.
He has pushed for free America, for regular Americans to live their lives and to continue to go to work, just like we did under any president before him, to continue to just go to work like we do, like little toy soldiers.
Are you giving him a hall pass?
What's a hall pass to you? What constitutes a hall pass? What do you define that as?
Well, I mean, I guess I should really say a participation trophy. You're saying he's doing the exact same thing that every other.
Is your definition of a hall pass? Is that?
No,
is that
I don't understand. I believe that you misheard what I said. I said, I guess the right thing to say would be a participation trophy. So that was me correcting myself.
Hall pass for who? For
I'm so sorry. I said participation trophy. I'm so sorry. I corrected myself to participation trophy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Ford, do you know any?
Yeah. I like how nobody's listening. I guess you just want to hear yourself talk. Feel free, my guy. Talk all the way up. I don't care anymore. I'll just talk to everybody else while you do that. Go ahead. Talk, man. Talk to yourself. It's cool. Do it. I encourage you. Yeah. Talk. Yeah. Say whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. I'll just talk to everyone else while you're also doing the same thing. It's cool. Go ahead. Freak out. Anyway, so Donald Trump apparently is doing the exact same thing that every other president has done. Allow the American populace to just continue to get up, go to work, do their thing, live their everyday life. Wow. That would be a participation trophy, right? Oh my goodness. He's doing the exact same thing that everybody else is doing. He just showed up to work. Right? You also just showed up to work, and I guess you also just won a participation trophy every day just for doing it. You know what? I really do need to get a little gold star, but here, my guy, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Here's your gold star, okay? Gold star just for you. Actually, I can kind of make one. It's gonna be bright yellow and probably not show up very well on the paper, but I can actually even do you a even bigger solid. We're gonna draw you a nice big gold star. And I hope you pass this along to all of your friends. So we're just going to put this up here. Yeah, this is really bad. It really doesn't show up on white paper very well. We're going to do a bad job of coloring this in. Make it a little bit more thicker and maybe easily seen. Okay. I've got this for you. Gold star. Actually, that doesn't look too bad on camera. I want you to let you know I'm giving you a gold star right now. You're doing a great job. You're doing what you've always been able to do. Get up, go to work every day, live your daily life, go do things just like you've done under every other president in history. Here is your gold star, sir. We are also going to go ahead and give Donald Trump a gold star as well. Say congratulations, Donald Trump, for being able to achieve the exact same thing that every other president in history has been able to achieve, even by the gentleman's own admission, that you're able to get up and go to work. And yes, guys, I do know that this is a yellow pen. I acknowledged it when I said it. I'm sorry. I do not specifically have a gold pen to put on this piece of paper right now. I will rectify that probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry, let me expand upon that. 4 to 5 weeks, because that's about how long Donald Trump estimates that this conflict, this war will continue on for. But just remember, guys, he's willing to go even longer, okay? Because he said that some reporter said that he was going to get bored and then pull out. And he's like, I won't get bored. I'll keep going. I'll go on for as long as it takes. He took Donald Trump is going to get bored and probably end the conflict within 2 weeks to be a challenge. Basically say, go longer, my dude. But I just want to remind you again. So here's your gold star. Here's the gold star for Donald Trump for just doing the exact same thing that every president has done. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your gold star. I'm sorry. I don't really know what else to say to that one. So thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Did you vote? Sorry, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What year did you graduate high school?
I just want to hear a cunt.
Ooh, oh no, I must see you next Tuesday. So sad. You really hurt my feelings. Dude, I don't fucking care. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Knock, knock. Okay. Thought I would tell a bad joke. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
30 years old.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
I'd probably say a couple of the policies.
Like what? I'm happy to hear
and
it.
Probably like broader humanitarian things, but not specifically violations against Congress or things like that. I can
Okay.
see where there's like contemporary problems in the administration, but not necessarily a broad agreement of issues that he's maintained.
So what
predominantly.
policy specifically?
I'd probably say the immigration policies. I do somewhat agree with the tariffs. Somewhat. It's mostly about bringing deals, though they were largely unsuccessful. And then
Deals that are now invalidated because he can't lower the tariffs on
correct,
just one
correct.
country at a time. So, and by the way, you'd
Yeah,
only done
there's
like 2 actual signed deals that are invalidated on behalf of the United States of America. Anyways, so when the United States has a 15% tariff on a country like India, and we import
Right.
a product from India, who pays that 15% tariff to the United States government?
notoriously it's the U.S. consumer.
Who pays that 15% tariff to the United States government?
Who pays the amount to the government?
To the government.
It's usually the consumer.
No. Almost. It can get passed on to the consumer, but I'm saying who pays directly to the government?
Then that would be directly the businesses that levy that tax to the government.
or any importer. Because Donald Trump also, when he instituted the IEEPA tariffs, also did away with the de minimis clause, which exempted
Right,
tariffs on anything
$800 or
valued
below.
under 800 from tariffs. Yeah, so now any individual that is importing anything, even just worth $300, is paying a tariff on it.
Right. There was an egregious amount because they're sizing about 87% of product is mostly below that threshold. So ideally, they want to collect more tax on it. But it, yet again, lower
Tax
priced
on the
consumer
United
goods
States
are getting
consumer.
passed
Yeah.
on to consumers. Right. So ideally, they think they're saving more money via taxes, but in reality, we're all
Who
paying
is?
those goods.
Yeah, I was going to say, who is saving money?
It's mostly businesses that are saving the money. The taxes, the laws, constituents, most of the programs are aimed towards businesses or more or less trying to make them build their products here or increase investments here.
Yeah, except that hasn't happened.
Only with larger corporations has it happened.
No, not even with
Smaller corporations
larger.
just can't
Can
afford
you?
that.
Fine. What larger corporation has announced new groundbreaking in 2025? What larger
Not
corporation broke
specifically in
ground?
2025. There are ongoing projects even before then.
Oh, okay. So not because of Trump. Got it.
It's widely in the Biden era, I'd presume.
Ah, so not
That's
because of
usually when
Trump.
we had the chip
Got it.
issues.
Mm-hmm.
They're only benefiting because of the current tax programs.
So not because of Trump and not because of his tariffs. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
What I aim to say is that most of the tariffs, I think we can both say is that some, if not all, or most of the tariffs, they're not favorable. I mean, we do have an excess of about 1.37 trillion just going out the window, even with the topmost 40 countries. So we're overspending. We're paying them, but we're not necessarily. There's no equilibrium, and I understand. There's some protected rights to products. We want to protect our car industry, etc. We don't want foreign products being made. We more or less want USA products being made. It's aimed at bringing U.S. companies or retaining them. It's not doing such an efficient job as in the companies themselves they're not really budging. They're taking all the profits
Yeah.
between the tariffs and the tax levies.
And even if, and I just want to remind everybody, even if the tariffs go away, for any company that raised their prices because they've had to pay out these tariffs for the last 8 months, they're not going to lower their prices because we got complacent
That's really
in
just a
paying the
far-fetched dream. That's
tariffs.
like trickle-down economic theory, right?
Yeah, which has never helped. The only thing that trickles down is water or a watery substance, a liquid.
Right. It, as much as I really want, essentially Reaganomics to work, right? Even though it's Trumponomics, right?
Which also hasn't worked.
This is like the perfect administration to set up those policies for it, but in reality, it doesn't work the way
Not
it's
even a little
supposed
bit.
to.
Mm-mm.
Right. The most thing that tariffs do is really just, in theory, while they protect your goods, right? Aside from the consumers paying for it, is really just to open discussion. But even when that discussion is open, the tariffs, they act as a bargaining agreement between two countries that, in theory, are supposed to find middle ground, except on most occasion, we larder jobs and the money to retain cheap product for a semi-engrossly amount for inflated markets, then that typically allows for the markets to seem like they're doing better, but they're not.
TikTok, you guys
And
have
we ship
11
more
minutes to
jobs
hit
and
200,000
traffic
likes.
and
Y'all can do
currency
it.
away
Tap the screen.
via not by loanable interest, but by internal investments that are not taxed, they're not collected, they're just hedge fund aside. So they have the label as taxable investments, but they're not.
No.
So ideally, I liked the talking point of tariffs, right?
Targeted tariffs work. Blanket tariffs have only proven to
Yeah.
hurt the United States and our consumers.
Historically, what you're saying is absolutely true. It's one of those gross, negligible talking points that, covers the span of multiple governments, multiple countries for centuries. Hell, even Louis the 14th tried it. Bijagani out in what is it? I think Pakistan, local government tried to do the same thing. There's ones in China that try to do the same thing under constituency for prior 1980s. It all failed miserably. Blanket tariffs are really just a subservient way of just saying that, hey, you're going to follow this or else this happens. It's kind of like pushing a centralized government or people or a targeted area of just assuming this to
If
get
you
what you
did
want
targeted
in other
tariffs,
deals.
yes, but not for blanket tariffs. Blanket tariffs were just done on every product coming out of a country. You've already exempted that from your
Right.
statement. So I can't believe that you would support Donald Trump still when he's doing blanket tariffs, not targeted tariffs.
No. I think
I'm
the
sorry,
idea
I
of
can't anymore. I hope you have a
supporting
good. No, I can't. You literally contradicted yourself. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I was, but not anymore.
All right. W, I appreciate that. W Hector Raid, I'll put up my little thing in a second. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 27 as of like 2 days ago.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Also, not to get too off topic, I know a lot of people are watching in other places because you just mentioned like the TikTok, but yeah, travel case on your YouTube, whatever needs to bounce. You've got
Nah.
a toxic moderator. Yeah,
Cry to her. She ain't gonna listen. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, I'm 24 years old.
Awesome. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, mainly I am.
Mainly. Okay. Sorry.
There are a few things I find questionable that he's been doing, but in general, I still wouldn't go fully anti-Trump, and I think there are good things he's doing just to bring light to some of those facts that maybe are getting glossed over nowadays.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
For me, in terms of his America First policies, I particularly appreciate his border policies and also some of his recent foreign policies, going after Iran, going after people that have been killing us for decades, and with the border, making sure that Americans aren't getting hurt, Americans aren't getting abused by their countries, and we are respected around the world like we never have been before.
Cool. You said you're 24, right?
Yes, I am.
Are you active duty?
No, I'm not.
Awesome. So great news since you support the war in Iran. Fantastic news for you. I think it'll be the best news you've heard all day. You are only 24, which means all 4 branches of our United States Armed Forces are looking for you. I am hoping to be the person on this app today or whatever app you're watching from that tunes in, and we need to replace the unfortunate loss of our soldiers that have already died as a result of Donald Trump's war in Iran. So what I would like to do is I want to go ahead and give you all 4 numbers, and I expect you to show up at the recruiter's office tomorrow or call these numbers to enlist in our active duty armed forces.
Yeah, so you really need to look at these things long term.
No, sir, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you support war, then I expect your ass to be in those greens. I expect your ass to be in the camo.
Do you support America's involvement
Lace up.
in World War II after we were attacked?
Hey,
Because
pull up your
Jews were
bootstraps.
dying. People are dying.
Pull up your bootstraps. Put on those.
Do you
Put on that
support
army
the
green.
killing of several Americans in Iran? Do you support that?
No,
You support
sir.
the hostage
Oh
crisis
my
we had in
goodness.
79?
Oh goodness. You're just going to cry a little bit now because I'm calling you out on your own hypocrisy. You want to support a war that you don't have the balls to fight in.
My sister's girlfriend.
I don't care about your anecdote. You are supporting a war that you don't have the fucking balls to fight in. You want to support a war? You want to really support a president that's
now
starting
you're
fucking
resorting-
wars? Yeah, you don't have the balls. I can say that with my whole fucking chest. You, sir, do not have the balls to fight in a fucking war that you want to, that you say that you support, that you're all gung-ho for. Right? How about the lives of our United States Armed Forces that are now actively being lost? And as a result of our attacks on Iran, we've already lost 6 and counting. We don't have the full numbers yet from the individuals that were injured from the first reports yesterday. But as of 4 p.m. Eastern time, we lost 6 of our soldiers. Our embassies and our consulates have been attacked by terrorist organizations that are standing with Iran. But yet I don't see you calling the number or going to the recruiter to say, listen, I'll help replace the people that are dying because they're dying and you're going to need new soldiers. So why hasn't your ass called the fucking recruiter? Or do you not have the balls?
That is mainly because I'm
Okay, we'll try this again. Why is your ass not at the fucking recruiter? Or are you just a baby and you ain't got the balls for it?
This is not a war with draftees. This is a war that is...
I didn't say, this isn't a draft, sir. A draft would be mandatory that you would be very hard-pressed to weasel your way out of. I'm saying you support the war in Iran. You support the fact that our active duty armed service members are actively being shot at and have actively been fucking killed as a result of Donald Trump's war in Iran that you support. So why hasn't your ass gone to the fucking recruiter or called the goddamn numbers on my fucking screen? Or do you not have the balls for it?
Well, first of all, I'd like to point out that you're resorting to...
Oh, did I
Second of
hurt
all,
your
I would like-
princess feelings with saying fuck? Oh my God, I hurt your princess. Oh, wait. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You are so sensitive to cuss words. Oh no. Oh, that's what it is. You've heard that recruiters. You've heard that staff sergeants. You've heard that they haze. You've heard that they haze the recruits. So that's why you can't join, because they cuss at you. Oh, we got it. So you do lack the balls and you are a snowflake.
Just saying, it's interesting that you're not...
We got this figured out. You do lack the balls and you are a fucking snowflake because you can't handle somebody saying, fuck,
No, I'm actually
ass, shit, face. What do you want to say? Like, you're a little snowflake. It makes sense. You can't stand up to them because they're going to haze you. By the way, hazing was brought back by Pete Hegseth. And since you support this administration, I would assume you support that. But yet, You're a little princess who is lacking the balls to go fight in the war for our United States Armed Forces.
Well, you actually lack the balls to even argue with me with valid points instead of
Oh,
screaming
Pookie
at me
Pie,
and
mine are bigger
interrupting.
than yours. They're just on my chest.
I would like to.
Sorry. They're bigger than yours. There's literally no fighting it. I know it's hard to see because of the shirt that I'm actively wearing today, but sorry. You would have to pay me to see them, and I don't have any sites for that. So I'm just going to say you're not going to be able to do that. Like, I have them. They're just bigger than yours, and they forever will be bigger than yours. That's literally an irrefutable fact. That's not how that works. So just to be rehashed, we've hurt your little princess feelings because I said the fuck word. I encourage you to go join our active duty military, which apparently also hurt your little princess feelings. You lack the balls to go and serve our United States military, but you're okay with other people dying for you. Yeah, you can fuck all the way off. So sorry I hurt your princess feelings. When did MAGA become the snowflakes? I'm so curious. When did MAGA become the snowflakes? Are you guys okay? Well, I mean, I know you're not, but are you okay? What can we do to help you today? Do I need to bring back the MAGA support hotline? I haven't done it since November. Do I need to bring back the MAGA support hotline? Is that the time for it now? I need to bring it back. I need to help them. I need to give them support. Okay. Guys, if you're new here, you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. It's been a little bit since I reminded everybody. And if you're new here and you're liking what's happening, become a super fan, a subscriber, or become a member. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hi, I'm 31. You've been asking.
Okay. And do you still support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I do, for pretty much all the average conservative reasons.
Okay. And what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
He's following through on the immigration policies that he's been chasing after. At least he's really, really working after
Did he
that.
promise that our immigration officials would be shooting American citizens in the streets?
No.
Oh. Didn't he promise that United States citizens would be safe as a result of his immigration policies?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
and yet I'm so
policy has been
confused.
put in
Yet
place.
we've had instances of over 36 American citizens being shot at and injured by ICE and CBP officials. Ooh, or agents, my bad. Ooh, that's interesting. And we have 4 confirmed that have been shot and killed by ICE and Border Patrol. Ooh, that doesn't sound like we're very safe. And this is just people that were shot. Well, I'm not even including the hundreds of individuals that have been injured as a result of ICE, CBP, and Border Patrol agents getting physically violent with individuals.
Well, that's unfortunate. I will say that that's extremely unfortunate.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't sound like he's keeping his campaign promise
say
of
that
United States citizens being safe.
I won't say it's easy to just say that ICE is all in the wrong though, because
It's ICE, CBP, and Border Patrol. Yeah, it's 3 different people.
They're counterparts, right? The people that don't like what they're doing.
But you said he was keeping his promises, and one of his main promises when it came to immigration was to make sure that our United States citizens were safe. And I'm sorry, sir, it sounds like because the 36 individuals have been injured, directly shot by ICE or CBP officers and lived, and then we have 4 confirmed, absolutely 4 confirmed United States citizens
I heard you
killed.
The first time. I said that was
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So you don't care about the lost life of United States citizens.
No, I
Got
do. I said that's unfortunate. I didn't discount that.
it.
I'm just saying, like, can you?
Yet
weigh
you
that
still
against-
support their activities and Donald Trump's policies.
I think politics is a really hard line to draw. I don't like doing it. I think that the immigration, it needed to be worked on big time. And I live in Texas, and so I see a lot of illegal immigrants here. And I mean, personally, and so I'm in the fields where they are, and I have no problem with them personally. But
And I'm sure that they trust you enough to tell you that they're undocumented. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, once you've been here long enough, trust me, it's pretty easy to tell.
How can you tell somebody is an undocumented illegal citizen by looking at them? Please tell me, what characteristics am I
So,
looking for specifically?
I will. So,
Yeah,
like,
I want you to be very
one of my
specific with
first
the
jobs, one of
characteristics
my
I
first
need to look
jobs
out for and for me.
when I worked one of my first jobs, go to a lawn care company in Texas and see if they have, like, on their paydays, a set payday. When I was working at a company called Heart of Texas here in Central Texas, they would have about 60 to 80 guys lined up going and getting cash paychecks. And when you ask as a little child, they don't care to tell you that they're illegal. They don't care. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. And you don't care at that point. You really don't care. You're just a human around with other humans. But
Oh,
it's
so
like,
they
is it a
specifically said
problem?
I'm illegal?
Yes. Huh?
They specifically said I'm illegal to you as a child?
Yeah. Or if they weren't illegal, like they got into this country illegal and then married a English speaking woman that, like, they barely can even
An
communicate.
English speaking woman.
Yeah, I'm this guy's name was Kareka.
Do you think that I don't care about your anecdotes because it's not provable? I wanted to give you, I wanted you to give me
that's actual
specific.
proof,
Sorry,
but you
I don't know.
asked for a
What is a
citation.
characteristic? Do you know what a characteristic is?
He's Mexican getting cash under the table.
How do you know it's under the table?
Because you see them all lined up getting cash in forms of hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s.
Sir,
1s,
there is
and
such
10s.
a thing as like people, like the business being paid in cash. And there are plenty of companies that also pay out immediately in cash. Like this isn't anything specific, but I do want to poke at the fact that you said Mexicans. So are you saying that it's only undocumented immigrants are Mexicans?
No, I'm telling you.
Oh,
like,
wait. How do I know if
Texas,
someone is a Mexican? Wait. I need you to continue to describe characteristics.
I don't
So
know.
how do I know if someone is Mexican? Well, I need to know. I'm in Florida, right? Like I'm in Florida. I need to know this information so I know what to look out for. So I know exactly how to see them and stay safe because they're just like so scary. So well, sorry, you said that you just know. So I was hoping you could help inform the rest of the live how you specifically know by characteristics, by just looking at them, by just looking at somebody. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You said that you know. You said that you know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It sounds like the beginning of your sentence keeps interrupting the middle of my sentence, and that's not something I enjoy. You literally says that when you've been working around them as long as you have, you just know. So I asked you, what are the characteristics of individuals that would point out to everybody in the chat so they would know that they're around a undocumented illegal immigrant? Because I want to help you out with something. There are plenty of MAGA hate watching me right now that would also love to know your secrets, to know exactly how to find them out of the crowd. So what are their characteristics? Sure. What are their characteristics? You don't know how to tell. So you were lying earlier. Were you lying now or were you lying earlier? No, you literally said, I know. When you worked around them as long as I have, you just know. You said it, not me.
Look at the chat right now. See what they're saying.
You said it, not me.
That's what I thought.
Dude, you said it, not me.
I know. That's what I thought.
Someone is saying you said it's the smell that gives it away. Am I supposed to be staring at the chat? Oh, no, somebody said no way. We would have never guessed. You don't know. Mel says you said it. Wow. Oh, wow. They're saying it over here too. Yeah, they're saying you said it. Wow. And they're saying, of course you don't know.
Are they?
Yeah. What a fucking surprise.
Well, they can.
They even said, ooh, look at this one. Caller is full of crap.
Well, we can't get past
Damn.
a single point because you don't want to.
Sir, no, I'm pressing you on a singular
Sir,
point that you've
yeah, I
that you've
know.
made very clear that you don't know enough on. You are the one who said that when you've been around them long enough and you've worked around them long enough, you just know. So I thought to help all the other MAGA in the chat, you could help by point out, like, give them the characteristics so they know what to look out for, because you are obviously so informed, you have all of the secrets to find out and to just know automatically whether somebody else is an undocumented immigrant or not.
Told me that they were factually an illegal immigrant.
I don't care about your anecdote. That's not provable. And by the way, I would
Okay,
never
well, I
trust
don't
you
know
with
how to
any.
answer your question.
Yeah,
Because
I would
didn't say
never
that.
trust you with
And
any
it
piece of
doesn't matter
information that I wanted to keep
have a
be kept
rebuttal to the answer to that
secret.
question anyway.
I just
You
so
don't
I
have a rebuttal to that question
so
anyway.
you know that people are being
That's why you're
employed.
stuck on
Sorry,
this
hold
question
on,
going
hold on,
forward.
Okay. You know that people are being employed that are undocumented. Have you reported the employer?
What?
Have you reported the employer for hiring undocumented immigrants?
Oh, why would I?
You said you support deportations and what Donald Trump is doing when it comes to immigration. Why wouldn't
That's
you?
not my responsibility.
Then how are they supposed to find them?
That's Donald Trump's. They're supposed to.
Wait, but if they're undocumented, that means they don't know where they are. So how are they supposed to find them if you know where they are and you don't call to help them
I'm
out?
not hired to do that.
Oh, it's just not your problem. Are they taking your
Even
job
if I
too?
did get paid, I wouldn't go ruin
Are they
their
taking
lives
your
for
job?
them.
Oh, you wouldn't ruin their life. Then why on earth?
No.
Hold on. You wouldn't ruin their life.
Personally, it's not my job.
Why are you in support of deportations if you wouldn't want to ruin somebody's life?
I mean, technically, I'm not outing them. They're outing themselves. You know, they should.
No, nobody knows.
Okay, well then, if I don't tell anybody, then what's the difference?
Oh God.
I mean, like, I get it. Yeah, I'm voting for a.
I can't. I'm sorry. I tried. I pushed it. That just hurt. Yeah, shut up then. That's a good point. Just shut up. Like, you obviously don't support it. Other people, like plenty of other MAGA are like, I'll call ICE on them. Hell, they've told me that they're gonna call ICE on me. And I'm like, for what? Where are you gonna send me? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
You're awesome.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 30. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Plenty of things. I would like to ask you, what has he not achieved?
I'm so sorry. What part of plenty of things was specific?
Don't play that game with me. I asked you a question as well. So are we going to play a game where...
Oh, no, you didn't even answer my first question. I'll go ahead and reiterate it for you. Now. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support? Specifics. I don't know about anybody else, but I would believe that saying he's done a lot is a vague. That's vague. That's vague. That's vague. So are you capable of answering specifics? Are you capable of answering specifics? Because that was the very first question.
I am.
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Okay. If we're going to start this game, I would like the...
No, I'm okay. You already crashed out. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hello?
Hi, how old are you?
36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 13 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I mean, he's closed the border.
How?
How?
Yeah, sorry, sir. That's vague. And I asked for a specific. So how?
How did he close the border? Well, I mean,
Yes.
he garnered help from Mexico and Canada.
How?
He kind of forced them using tariffs to make sure that they also contribute to closing their sides of the border.
Oh, you mean
Not
the
to
same
mention he
thing
put
that was
on.
already being done under the Biden administration and that Canada, like, because I don't know if you realize this, but we had 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the other side of the border under the Biden administration. And Canada's border, hi. Shushies. Canada's border was already approved in funding to have them at their northern border. Well, technically their southern border, our northern border, appropriated in their 2024 budget for the upcoming fiscal year of 2025. They see what actually happened is they just told him we'll do more, but they were just doing the exact same thing that they already were going to do.
So can I ask you a question? How come then was Biden and Kamala both crying about Trump shutting down some bill from Congress so that he could quote unquote create an issue when
Are you
they were saying
familiar with
that
what the
was stopping
Langford bill
them?
entailed?
Yeah, I'm quite familiar with it, and
Okay, so
they were crying. They were crying that
they were
was
crying.
stopping
Wait,
them
so
from being able to
tears were
shut the
flowing
border down.
down their faces? They like
Well,
literally
I'm
had
sorry?
tears coming down their faces? Wow.
Come on. They
Wow.
were
So,
complaining and
explain to me
crying
what the
that
Langford bill was.
the Langford bill was probably going to make things a lot worse
No,
because it was going to
probably isn't
allow,
an answer.
what was
You
it,
said,
about
I'm so
25,
sorry,
what was it,
I'm
about
so sorry, I'm so
2,500
sorry,
people a
I'm so
day?
sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You said that you know what the Langford bill is.
Yes,
I'm
it was.
asking for you to give me specifics. Probably is not a specific. Your
not going to allow
speculation
2,500
is not a
people a day?
specific. I'm asking
Was it?
for specifics on what it
I'm giving you a
entailed.
specific. You're talking.
Sir, you said probably it was listen, I asked for specifics. Your answer was it was probably going to make it worse. That's not what it entailed. I asked you for specifically what was in the bill, what exactly, maybe I need to use a different word, what exactly was listed in the Langford bill that was going to do something about the southwest border.
So listen, it would allow 2,500 people a day to come over the border.
Incorrect already. Incorrect
That's not
already.
incorrect.
That's
a fact.
actually incorrect. So I'm going to help you out with this. It allowed up to 2,500 southwest border encounters. Are you under the assumption that crossings are encounters? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you under the assumption that crossings equate to encounters?
Can I ask you a question?
Are crossings encounters? I'm so sorry. You're not answering the question. Are crossings encounters? Yes or no?
Yes.
They are. Have you never? Oh my goodness, they're encounters. Crossings are the same as encounters now. Oh my goodness. I'm sure I know the answer to this question, but I am going to go ahead and give it a try anyway. Have you ever looked up the Department of Homeland Security glossary and read what an encounter was? Yes or no?
I don't. I really. Okay, so let me ask you.
I'm okay. Like, and to be clear, like, I know he thinks he's getting one over on me because this is the guy that I hung up on earlier, that he thinks he's pulling one over on me. Like, I didn't know that I just spoke with him and hung up on him. But I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and show the class. So we're going to go ahead, DHS. Like, I know people think they're slick. They're not. Like, it's so easy. We'll go ahead and do DHS.gov, encounter definition. We'll put this on the screen for everybody to see as we are looking it up, just so you know. Hey, do things when I tell you to do things, computer. Yeah, they really think they're slick. It's really funny. Okay, So let's pull it up. We're going to do the glossary. Oh, this is so pretty. We're just going to go straight to the E's. As you guys can see, it says right here on this bigly screen here. We're going to put that over there. It says Department of Homeland Security, an official website of the United States government. So everybody knows that I'm on their direct website as we skip all the way down to the E's. Okay, and looks like I got to remove stuff off my screen there. Sorry about that, guys. So now we're going to scroll down to encounters. And I hope you tell me stop me when you hear a word that you don't understand. The sum of U.S. Border Patrol Title 8 apprehensions, Office of Field Operations Title 8 inadmissibles, and aliens process for expulsions under Title 42 authority by U.S. BP or OFO. Where in there does it say that they were allowed into the country?
They were apprehended. Where are they apprehended?
I'm so sorry. Where does it say in there that they were allowed into the country?
Where are they apprehended, stupid? Where are they apprehended?
Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
Where are they apprehended, stupid?
I'm so sorry. Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
Come on.
I'm so sorry. Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
You're trying. No.
I'm so sorry. Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
Right in front of all your people.
I'm so sorry. Where does it say that they were allowed inside the country? I'm so sorry. Where does it say that they were allowed inside the country? I know your nervous laughter is so cute. I'm gonna say it. You're just like, it's so cute. Your nervous laughter is so adorable right now. So where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
Where are they apprehended?
Where does it say they were allowed into a country?
Okay, does it say that they're apprehended in the definition you just read?
Oh, it does say apprehension. So where does it say they were allowed into the country?
Okay, so
where does it say they were allowed into the country? Okay, I guess I have to read it to you again. Let's try this one more time. Okay. Whew. Oh, I'm gonna put on my best educational voice. Okay, here we go. An encounter is the sum of U.S. Border Patrol, U.S. BP, Title 8 apprehensions, Office of Field Operations, OFO, Title 8 inadmissibles, and aliens process for expulsions under Title 42 authority by U.S. BP or OFO. So can you please tell me, let's try this one more time, where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
Okay, you done?
Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
Okay. What was the function of the...
I'm so sorry. That doesn't sound like it was an answer to my question. It sounds like you were attempting to answer a question by asking a question. So can you please try this one more time? Do not make me read this a third time. Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
You're going by a definition.
I'm so sorry. This is not my definition. It is the definition provided by the Department of Homeland Security, defining what the terms that they utilize are for the statistics that they keep track of. So let's try this again. I guess I am going to have to read this for a third time. Let's do it in my best worst Trump impression. Maybe then he'll understand. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the biggest department there ever is, the best department in my opinion, they do all of my best work. I'll try my best to stay on script and read through this with you here. It is the sum of U.S. Border Patrol, the best Border Patrol that has ever been. Title 8 apprehensions. Oh, I love Title 8 so much. It is the best title in the world. Office of Field Operations, the best. OFO, it's the best. I've heard it's the best. The bigliest, verily big. Title 8's inadmissibles. Inadmissibles. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't know what that word meant, but we'll try to say it correctly. And then aliens. We don't like those green men. We don't like those aliens. We'll send those aliens to another country. Not a problem at all. We'll send them. So then we've processed the aliens for expulsions. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it sounds like it might be an explosion. It goes very big boom, boom, boom. Wait. No. Sorry. Hold on. They're telling me, Tom Holman says that that's not what an expulsion means. An expulsion means exactly my favorite word, deportation. It means a deportation.
That means they were kicked out, not allowed in. Oh my goodness, we're doing so well. Under Title 42 authority that was, signed in by me. I did that my first term. Title 42, I started that very bigly. Huge success, huge. The bigliest success. Authority by USBP. Oh, I love those guys. I love them so much. Or OFO. They did so well. So now we're back to me. Hi, I'm Ari. Can you please tell me where it says that they were allowed into the country?
I'm sorry. You just babbled for.
I know that's what it sounds like listening to Donald Trump, but funny, you like him. You just babbled. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to listen to Donald Trump. So can you tell me where it says that they were allowed into the country?
You're a child.
I'm so sorry. Can you tell me where it says they were allowed into the country?
Would you like to just
I'm
talk
so
about
sorry.
something else, maybe?
I'm so sorry.
Would you like to just
I'm
talk
so
about,
sorry.
Can I give you another reason
I'm so
why
sorry. Can you tell me where it says they were allowed into the country?
Can I just give you a different reason
I'm
why
so
it's important?
sorry.
Because
Where does it say that they
clearly
were
you're
allowed into
triggered.
the country? I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Where does it say that they were allowed into the country?
You're reading something that's not going to say that.
I'm so
Are
sorry.
you
Where
done?
does it say that they were allowed into the country? Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
doesn't
I'm
say
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't
Remind
say
me.
it. How about
Remind
that?
me. Remind me. Did you or did you not say that encounters were the same as crossings?
They are. You're just.
They are. Whoa, he says it again. Wow. It seems like you just don't know what words are. Oh my goodness. Why can't you just say, I don't know, or maybe just say it doesn't say that they were allowed into the country or that encounters are the same thing as crossings?
It does. Because an encounter, you have
Where?
to cross to be
Where?
encountered. You have to
Where?
cross
No,
to be
you don't.
encountered.
No, you don't. You don't have to cross in order to be encountered, sir. There are multiple ways that you can be encountered. You could go to a port of entry, walk up to a Border Patrol agent, say, hi, I want to come in. And then you would be considered an inadmissible. Oh my goodness, meaning that they weren't allowed into the country. Oh my goodness, it's so funny how that works. Do you understand that yet? Do you understand that yet? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and explain for the rest of the class, right? Because I understand you're almost absolutely hopeless at this point. The Langford bill would have allowed up to 2,500 border encounters in a day. These are people that were not allowed into the country, not allowed into the country, not allowed into the country. Whereas right now, we have an unlimited amount allowed of border encounters at the southwest and the northern border. I didn't realize that infinity was somehow less than 2,500 and that infinity was better than 2,500 when it comes to your southwest border encounters that you are so scared of. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that meant that it was a smaller number. Oh my goodness, right? So it allowed up to 2,500 border encounters in a day, up to 5,000 in a week. And if they reached 5,000 border encounters in a week, the southwest border would have actually been shut down, meaning no more encounters were allowed. People would not be allowed to cross into the country legally or illegally. That's how that works. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Funny how that works. It sounds like the Langford bill would have actually shut down the southwest border as soon as we hit 5,000 encounters, which means that the moment that it had been signed into law, it would have been enacted, oh my goodness, the very next day, meaning people would not have been allowed into the country under the Biden administration. I hope that helps. Okay, I think I'm done playing with my food. I know you guys were enjoying that. I was also enjoying that today. Man bag, you know better than that. You know better than that. Man bag, you do know better than that. Do I need to explain to you as well what an encounter is versus a crossing? And then I would like for you to show me, man bag, on ICE, DHS, or CBP.gov, where we keep track of crossings as a statistical value. Oh, wait. Newsflash, we don't. All right, here we go. Scott, thank you so much for the 2. Said easily bored, sleepy Trump. Yeah, he is all of those things. Also, W to the 2 new members. I didn't have a chance to shout you out personally while I was roasting some of them on skewers, but I do appreciate you becoming new members. There's a new MAGA singles bar. It's called Family Relations. Holy shit. Oh my God, man bag, you still don't know what the difference is between an encounter and a crossing. Were you the guy that was just on the phone, man bag? Wow, you did horrible. Man bag, was that you guys? That was man bag that was just on the phone. He did horrible. We are creating ISIS 2.0 courtesy of Trump. Bush did ISIS 1.0 by attacking Iraq, and now Trump is living up to his legacy another 20 years of yet another ISIS terror group. It is what USA is known for. Absolutely it is. Thank you, Xantos, for the 10. MAGA has proven they're full of shit. Yes, they are. Exactly, Scott. They have. I agree with that. Oh, I got to do this. Hold on, guys. Let me do my best whiny voice. This is how I imagine Anon sounds like. Oh no, women like you are a perfect example why the majority of Americans voted for Donald J. Trump. Cringe, femcel. Oh my god, she hurt my feelings by just existing. Oh my god, it's so horrible. A majority applies. More than 50% voted for Donald Trump. And I hate to break it to you, 49.8% voted for Donald Trump, 77 million. It was not the majority of the vote. We actually don't, when it comes to the president, the office of the president specifically, it is not by majority vote. It is by plurality. I understand that is a new word for you, Anon, and I hope you look it up. Okay? But I just want to remind you guys, this is Anon. Women like you are a perfect example why the majority of Americans voted for Donald J. Trump. I'm so scared. Thank you for the $4.99. Scott says, I'm scared of Trump and his actions. I am too. It's futile. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Kay, I was just trying. It was fun to me. Sorry. Sean, would you consider narrowing your list to Marine and Army infantry? If they want to act tough, back it up. I was cavalry, and that was frontline. If it's good enough for me, no, I agree, Sean. But the one guy, like the first guy that I gave it to, he was 40, right? So that means he couldn't just do. Let's see. Hold on, I don't want to get this wrong. He couldn't do Army and he couldn't do the Marines because you have to be under 35 or younger. So he couldn't do that one. But I do agree otherwise that they all should join the Marine or the Army. They need to get their asses out there. Jeff, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Paul, thank you so much. Who do you have for Prez for the next election? Honestly, no one's actually made a claim that they are going to run for president yet. So I do have to see who it is. And I am a policy voter, not just a party or a person voter. So I do need to see who they're going to be, Paul. I would love it if they started announcing it. But I hope for an actual progressive candidate this time. Someone that's actually going to run progressive policies. All right. Sean, again, thank you. Obama destroyed Iran centrifuge program by inserting a computer work into their network. Not one bomb dropped. There you go. MAGA is crying hard in the comments. Yum. Xantos, I think I physically heard you lick your lips in that moment when you sent that. Thank you so much. Also, per the IAEA, our strikes have done no damage to any nuclear facilities in Iran. So, yeah. Hey, Jeff, good to see you back. Sorry if I don't always see you when you're just in the comments, but good to see you back, Jeff. America, world police, weren't we supposed to keep more money in the US instead of doing wars and stuff? Oh, we were. Do you guys not realize this is going to be an astronomical amount of spending that we're doing right now? An astronomical amount of spending that we're doing right now. It's insane. Gavin 2028, any MAGA agree? Rage if you agree. That's funny, Xantos. I bet they all raged at you. Can we talk about socialism, e.g. welfare is great? I mean, I believe social policies help progress our country. Not necessarily socialism by itself would, but social policies help progress our country. Would it be awesome if the workers could own the means of production? Absolutely. Unfortunately, socialism is not achievable without destroying capitalism. And I don't know. I don't know if the United States is ready for the destruction of capitalism. I don't know about that yet. There are plenty of us that are, right? I don't believe capitalism is great. I truly do not. Especially not the way it is right now. So many MAGA agree for Gavin 2028. Here's a bigger donation for it. Heck yeah. I said rage if you agree, and they crashed out at host. Oh, damn. They did exactly what you asked them to do. That's great. Jeff, thank you for the jewels. Cuss word. Ha, much love. Subscribe. Well, thank you, Jackie, for being here. I appreciate that. And you gave me an angel number, 333. Awesome. I don't remember what that angel number means, but I appreciate that. And thank you, Scott, for the hot cocoa. I'm so proud of your political intelligence, Ari. You better run for office. It is not something I have not considered. I have considered it. It is potentially in the future. I don't have promises on it yet, but it is potentially in the future. Jesse, thank you for the jewels. Osina, thank you for the disco ball. That's cool. Oh no. You hung up on me. We were having a conversation. Brett, you were screaming at me the whole time. Brett, you thought that was a conversation? I hate to see what conversations you have in your house. Oh, man. Oh. Hi, Summer. Hi, babies. Where's your babies? Where's your babies? Summer says hi. Summer says feed me. So that's what she wants. She wants food. Okay. Hi. You're so cute. The cutest puppers. Yes, he is, in fact. Thank you, Nid, for the high five. I'll give one to myself for you. All right, guys. I will be back on live tomorrow, I think at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, hit it now because we are going to end, but we'll be back on tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, be sure to hit that bell icon so you get notified exactly when I go live. Guys, if you are watching over on TikTok, make sure you go watch my first pinned video on my profile. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go watch it in totality. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. If you have, I'm sorry, it's a lot. And then hit that like button and share it out and repost it. It's my best video yet, I think. Oh, TikTok semi agrees. But